All right. Well, so for a while now, we've heard rumors about a PS5 Pro coming, and I've been a fan of the PS5. It's been a console that I've enjoyed, and even with the tech that we already had, I remember even waiting for a Slim to come out, and I held off on even purchasing a PS5 until the Slim. When the Slim was revealed, I realized that it was not what I was hoping for. I was actually genuinely disappointed because often with a Slim, you get a cheaper console with more storage, and that's kind of the hinge point of why one would want it. And when the new PS5 Slim was announced, it was announced to not really have that large of a storage, and it was very similar to what the original PS5 was, and that the price point didn't change at all. The only thing they really changed was that they made it slimmer, which is good, but when it comes to what a Slim usually is, it was very disappointing because it meant that the PS5 was still a console that for a lot of people during a recession is not available. And so now we've heard rumors about this PS5 Pro coming for a while. Largely, I felt because of Sony saying that the PS5 is in its latter stages, that many would assume that a PS5 Pro would be coming, and now it seems like it actually is. We've actually heard rumors that this is a real thing that's going to be announced at the end of the year, and I genuinely believe, and this is a hot take for me, because I'm usually a pretty positive person for most PlayStation things, and for a lot of gaming in general, but I think that this idea is like stupid. I genuinely think the PS5 Pro is ridiculous and it frustrates me. And so I want to dive into why I think the PS5 Pro is stupid, why we don't need it, and why nobody wants this. And so let's dive into it. So first off, why do you release a Pro console? It's because you want to release something a little bit more beefy with a bit more power. And when I look at the PS5, out of all the complaints I have, power isn't one of them. That I don't need something more powerful. We don't even really have 8K TVs, and the PS5 can already do 8K, and 8K TVs don't really exist. And so what are they going to upgrade for there? When it comes to frame rates, the frame rate on the PS5 is great. It's very fast. When it comes to load times, the load times are great. I genuinely am at a loss as to what they're going to upgrade that would be significant enough for someone to feel like they need to drop the money to get a Pro. Because when it comes to power, the PS5 is not underpowered. In fact, I feel very much so that the PS5 has not utilized its power enough. A lot of this people will blame on Xbox, essentially creating a console that was just a Xbox One Pro and is holding back a lot of the game devs, but that doesn't explain Sony from not being able to do with their exclusives. That I don't feel like the PS5 has actually utilized all the power it already has. And on top of all of the complaints, power isn't it. The biggest complaint people have when it comes to PlayStation in this console generation is the lack of quality games. That good games are so rare, that games are taking such a long time to develop and so much money that it feels like we've barely gotten anything. We've gotten a lot of duds, we've gotten a lot of mediocre games, we've gotten a lot of remakes. Remakes I've enjoyed, but we haven't gotten a lot of next console generation exclusive games that are great. And so out of all of the things Sony could be putting their emphasis into and finances into, a Pro, in my opinion, is preposterous. But then secondly, the price tag is stupid. The price tag for the PS5 is already dumb. That they did not reduce the price with the Slim to make it more affordable for people is absolutely ridiculous. It's stupid. And I was so disappointed that when Slim was announced that they did not adjust the price at all. And in fact, they were going to sell you a console that didn't even have a disc drive attached and be like, oh, just buy the disc drive. Oh, and also the dock doesn't even come with it. So now you got to buy, like, it was the stupidest thing. And so now to release a Pro doesn't make any sense, because I'm like, the PS5 is already a hefty price. You know that if they release a Pro, it's going to be even more. And I'm just like, who's buying this? Because most of the people I know now who do not own a PS5 simply do not own it, because right now it just doesn't make sense financially to buy one, that it feels like too much of a cost for not enough return, that there are not enough good quality games that are only available on the PS5 for them to upgrade and drop the money to get a PS5. And so I don't know who you are enticing with a PS5 Pro, because usually with these things you want people to upgrade, and you want the people who already have PS5s to feel like they need to upgrade. But most people I talk to do not feel like power is the thing the PS5 is missing, and so I don't know how they're going to upgrade, and I don't know who it's going to entice from people who don't already own a PS5 to buy a Pro. It doesn't make any sense. Financially, it's stupid, and maybe the thing they put on it is more memory, but I can do that with an external hard drive, or even replace the internal hard drive. I don't need to buy a whole new PS5 Pro to just get finally 2 terabytes of storage. Like, this is pretty preposterous. Lastly, who's asking for this? This is why I think the PS5 Pro is stupid. I don't know a single soul on planet Earth who has been like, hey man, you know what we really need? A PS5 Pro. And I'm the guy who's argued that we needed a Last of Us Part 1 remake, okay? You know, if this guy is coming to you being like, no one is asking for this, that nobody is asking for this. I can't think of a single person who I know who has been wanting a PS5 Pro, and that is very different than when the PS4 Pro came out. I remember when the PS4 Pro came out, tons of my friends, tons of the people I was in circles with already wanted a Pro. They wanted something that could do 4K. They wanted something that was a bit faster, that could be a bit more powerful, because technology changed so quickly. I don't feel that at all for the PS5. I don't hear anybody asking for a PS5 Pro. The only people I've seen mildly curious in it are like the top level YouTubers, and even they think that this is stupid. I don't know anybody who is excited for this, who is asking for this. And so for Sony to put their money and resources into making this, I don't know for what. I could be really wrong. I could eat my words later, but I just cannot see a PS5 Pro being successful, and I don't see anybody really wanting this console. But with that being said, that was a long rant. I want to know what you think. I'm sure there are those of you who maybe think I'm wrong. I haven't ran into you on the internet yet, but maybe there are some of you who are like, dude, I've been waiting for a PS5 Pro. I cannot wait to pay $800 to get an overpriced console that barely has any games on it. Maybe that's you. And so let me know in the comment section down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that junk. Let's have a conversation, because I genuinely, if there are people who are excited for this, I would genuinely love to see it. And maybe there are many of you who feel the same way I do and feel like that this console sounds really silly and it feels like Sony is wasting their time and they really should put their money and efforts into creating more games. Let me know in the comment section down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that junk, and I will see you guys in the next one.